Hello and welcome to another edition of an English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video, I really do appreciate it. And as you can tell from my other previous two videos, I'm back to the regular location. So it's good to be back in the regular location. It's a bit cooler, shall we say that, but I do enjoy myself in another place nonetheless. And moving on to the review. In this review, we'll be covering the 1st of June 2021 edition of AEW Dark, and it was a fun show. That being said, jump right into it. Opening matchup was between the Wingmen of Caesar Bononi and Caesar Bononi. Caesar Bononi, Frankie Nemeth. That's it. I almost forgot the name. How can I forget Nemeth's name? Anyway, Frank Nemeth against the Gun Club, which was Austin Gunn and Billy Gunn. And I won't lie to you, this was actually quite a good opening tag match. I enjoyed the camaraderie between Nemeth and Bononi as the Wingmen. They seem to really find a niche as a tag team because two of the most unusual guys you wouldn't expect to be a tag team are a tag team, and it seems to work. And the rest of the Wingmen are just really cool to be part of that little faction they've got going. And I really like it, to be honest. But when you've got the Gun Club, you know, I don't think there's anybody in AEW that has more experience as a tag team wrestler than Billy Gunn, and now he's tagging with one of his sons, and you can't really fault that. And the camaraderie, the tag team continuity from both teams was there, and this was actually a very well put together match by all four men. And this is exactly what AEW Dark's all about, a chance to give the other guys a chance to show what they can do in very good fashion, and they did that here. This was a very good opener. Gun Club winning so was the right call, but not to say the Wingmen didn't have a good showing this match, because they did. I enjoyed what they did, but I also enjoyed what the Gun Club did. And the Gun Club, as far as I know, are undefeated in their trios. It's a trio, so they're undefeated. So this was not a trios match, but obviously with the Gun Club picking up yet another win, the momentum carries on. And good stuff overall. I enjoyed this one. So definitely thumbs up to all four men for producing actually a very good opening tag match. So there we go. This match was Chris Statlander versus Robin Renegade, and of course, Chris Statlander, since returning from injury, doesn't look like she's missed a step at all. She was out on the sidelines for 11 months with a knee injury, and it's like she's never been away. And when the wrestler comes back from what can be quite a serious injury, because wrestlers have had knee injuries in the past and they've come back not 100%, Chris has come back and she's looked great, and against a very game Robin Renegade. And Chris Statlander once again showing that she's undoubtedly the strongest woman in the female division, apart from perhaps Nyla Rose. The way she caught Robin Renegade and hit the Big Bang Theory was crazy. It's another amazing example of her strength. And this was a good women's match as well. And Chris Statlander has been going from strength to strength to strength. And her with the best friends, I've said it before, it just works. You want to see it. And I really like what they've been doing together as a team, shall we say. I would say quadruple. It was quadruple, yes. But no, I enjoyed this match. I thought it was. And Chris Statlander picking up a very well-deserved win. And she looked great till she come back. She hasn't missed a step. And Robin Renegade putting a good match here. But this is Chris Statlander's night. She picked up the win in incredible fashion with that Big Bang Theory. Her power, once again, persevering through it, as it always does. And picking up the win. So, good stuff overall. Next match, we had a trios match. TH2 and Pentaco, which is a very unusual trio, shall we say, versus Alan Five Angels, Stu Grayson, and Alex Reynolds making their AEW Trios debut. And this was, in all seriousness, one of my matches of the night. I thought this was a cracking six-man tag match. When you've got a very unusual team of TH2 and Pentaco tagging together, you look at all three men and you see what is a really good trio. And that's exactly right, because TH2 are perhaps the best of the most well-rounded all-style teams in AEW because of the fantastic submission wrestling of Pentaco, and his technical wrestling he's very good at too. The high-flying ability of Jack Evans, but also a good ground grappler as well. So they've got a lot of bases covered there. And them and Pentaco, so Pentaco just worked. It was really good. But then I look at the other side. I look at Grayson, Reynolds, and the Five Angels. The Dark Order, as I said before, perhaps the most beloved faction in all of AEW and have been in all 2021. Showed a really good match here, but overall this was superb. I really liked how they put this one together, how they worked with each other, because I don't think I've ever seen these 6 men in a match like this ever. And I really liked it. And this was a fantastic example again of how things are chopping and changing, how they do sometimes on AEW Dark works. And THU teaming with the Pentaco is not one you'd expect to see, but one that works very well. And of course, the Dark Order, whatever trio, whatever tag team, whatever four-man they want to put together as a tag team, just works. And they picked up the win in a very, very good matchup. This was a tough one to call, to be honest. There was a lot of good back and forth action. Everyone had a great showing, and of course, Luther being at ringside, using Serpentico as a weapon as per usual. It's the Chaos Project I wouldn't expect. But this was a very good 6-man tag match. I greatly enjoyed this one. So really good stuff from all 6 men. So well worth checking out. And this match with Diamante versus Red Velvet. And personally, this is a matchup I was looking forward to. This has been a great year for both Diamante and Red Velvet in the women's division in 2021. And when you've got two people that women that carry the momentum as the way they are, this was definitely a way to show that. And this was a very good match, to be fair. And I think this was a match that could have gone either way because both women, as I said, have been picking up a lot of momentum this year. But that being said, Red Velvet was the winner, but not to say Diamante did not come close. This was a very good, solid back and forth matchup. And Diamante, I think she's had a fantastic year. I mean, of the chance that she would be showing herself what she does as a singles wrestler, she's doing exactly that. And I'm very proud of it because I do like Diamante. I think she's underrated. I think she's great. Red Velvet, she's been one of the stars of the women's division in 2021. She's grown in leaps and bounds and continues to do so and does a very, very good job every time she's out there. And this was no exception. I thought this was a great match and definitely a great match between fantastic wrestlers. I wouldn't mind seeing this one again, to be honest. And I think first time ever match, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, fair enough. But this was definitely one to watch. I really enjoyed this one. So thumbs up to both ladies for producing a good match. Okay, so the main event. Bear Bronson versus the man of, I would say the week, but I say man of the moment continuously, Jungle Boy. And Bear Bronson has been going to singles since his tag team partner has been injured. And unfortunately, he's been out for a while. But not to say Bear Bronson has been picking up the reins by himself and doing a very good job. And he had a very good matchup against Jungle Boy. And there is nobody in AEW hotter right now than Jungle Boy. He's been on a wave of momentum. And he's now the number one contender for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. And whilst I'm biased to Kenny Omega, I will not deny Jungle Boy deserves it because he's had more matches in AEW than anybody else. He's had more fantastic matches as time has gone on. And he's over like nothing else. I mean, his new theme song, his old song that he used in the independent scene, Tarzan Boy, has definitely helped a little bit, but this is definitely no slouch from either one of these men. This was actually a very good match, and of course, Bear Bronson having the weighted advantage, and Jungle Boy used it well against him, and picking up the win with a really unique diving elbow strike, which I've never seen Jungle Boy do before, to pick up the win. So not the snare trap, which I half anticipated him to use, but no, he used something completely different, which managed to pick up the win just over 7 minutes and a half. But this was honestly, I'm not going to say it, so I'm not going to mince my words here. I always did. Match of the night, and not because it's Jungle Boy and who's on a wave of momentum and just tearing up every time he goes. It's because of the way these two clash with each other and the way they had their styles and weaknesses, but they use them as strengths. The weaknesses, that is, and sometimes you don't see that in either man. And this was definitely a fantastic way to show it. And Bear Bronson being the star of the man, but not to say he didn't do a very good job in this one because he did. And even though he lost the matchup, I don't think he lost anything in this loss that makes any sense. Jungle Boy, on the highlight of his career right now, is going on and on and on, and he's got a date with Destiny very, very soon, next week actually. He has a match with Kenny Omega, who's perhaps possibly the biggest match of his career to date. Who's going to see? Is he going to win? We'll see what happens. He deserves it. I'll say that. But this was overall it was a shorter, but also overall a very good episode of AEW Dark. And sometimes, if it's shorter, it still was. It's great to hear. Not one bad match on the card. I enjoyed it every second. And on that positive note, I will end the review here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see everybody next time. But until that time, take care.